My mother showed up at my college dorm at 3 a.m. with a baseball bat. What she did saved my roommate's life and changed campus policy forever. I was a freshman at State University when my mother's overprotective nature became the reason my roommate Sarah is alive today. It started with a series of strange late-night calls to our dorm room, a breathy voice asking for Sarah, then silence. Men's security said they couldn't trace the calls and advised us to just ignore it. After the third call, Sarah started noticing someone following her between classes. It's probably nothing, she told me, though I could see the fear in her eyes. My ex is in the psychology department. He's never been violent, just intense. We reported it to campus police. They took a statement but explained they couldn't do anything without direct threats or actions. Meanwhile, the calls increased, sometimes 5 times a night. Sarah started sleeping with a desk chair propped against her door. Then came the letter slipped under our door. "I'll be watching when you sleep tonight." I called my mother in tears. She lived 3 hours away and was working double shifts as a nurse to help pay my tuition. "I'll call campus security for you," she promised. To get some sleep at 3:17 a.m., I woke to pounding on our door. Through the peephole, I saw my 5'2" Filipino mother in her hospital scrubs, holding my brother's baseball bat. "Open this door right now," she demanded, Mom. "How did you?" I drove. "Now tell me what's happening," as I explained. Her face hardened. Without a word, she marched downstairs to the campus police office, bat in hand, still wearing scrubs splattered with blood from her ER shift. I followed, terrified she'd get arrested. Through the office window, I watched as she placed both hands on the desk and leaned toward the officer. My daughter and her roommate reported a stalker 3 times, she said, her accent thickening with anger. "You did nothing. Now there are death threats. So tonight I am staying in the room with this bat, and if anyone tries to harm these girls, there will be consequences." The officer began explaining policy limitations, but my mother cut him off. "I am a nurse. I just worked a 12-hour trauma shift where I watched a 19-year-old girl die because her ex-boyfriend decided she couldn't leave him. I will not let that happen to my daughter or her friend because of your policies." She slapped Sarah's file on his desk. "Now you will send an officer to watch their dorm tonight, and tomorrow you will get a restraining order against this man, or I will call every news station in the state." 30 minutes later, a patrol car was stationed outside our building, and an officer was taking detailed statements about Sarah's ex-mom. Stayed for 3 days sleeping on my floor. By day 2, the campus had issued an emergency no-contact order. By day 3, when they discovered the ex had keys to 7 campus buildings, including our dorm, he was expelled. What we didn't know was that my mother had also emailed the university president, the board of trustees, and 3 local news stations about the situation. 6 weeks later, the university announced a new safety protocol for stalking complaints, requiring immediate action on any reported threats. They called it the 48-hour response initiative. At graduation 3 years later, the dean of student affairs approached my mother. "You're the baseball bat mom, aren't you?" he asked. She nodded, unapologetic. "That policy you forced us to create has protected 42 students since implementation," he told her. 2 of those cases involved weapons we confiscated before anyone got hurt. My mother, who'd been afraid of public speaking her entire life, was asked to address the graduating class. Standing at the podium, bat symbolically in hand, she said only this: "Sometimes loving your children means teaching institutions how to protect them. Never accept policy as an answer when safety is the question." The standing ovation lasted 5 minutes.